Welcome back to the Toffee Booze, your source for all things Everton. I'm Ollie Hayes, and today I'm here to bring you the match preview ahead of our third round FA Cup clash against Peterborough on Thursday night at Goodison Park. So yeah, obviously Thursday night under the lights at Goodison. Win, lose or draw, this could be our last ever FA Cup game at Goodison Park. Obviously depending if we get through or the potential draw, we could be away for the rest of our games in the competition. But yeah, it's dawning on us now, isn't it, that it's nearly the end of Goodison Park, and with the potential of this being our last game, it's definitely a haunting reality now. But let's get straight into the preview of this one. We're coming into this one in horrendous form, really. Obviously, a few points, a few clean sheets here and there, but after the Bournemouth game on Saturday, the fan base really seems like the lowest it's been in a while. So we might as well start with Everton. I'll give Peterborough their limelight in a minute, but we'll start with Everton and obviously rumblings of managerial changes all week. Does a win even save Sean Dyche? Are the freaking group maybe looking to replace him? It remains to be seen. The potential of Graham Potter coming in, David Moyes. There's so many different options and there's so many different rumours flying about potential managerial changes and potential conversations between the freaking group and Dyche and internal conversations. So does a win against Peterborough even change anything? Will we even see him in the dugout for the Aston Villa game? And are they just trying to get a permanent manager in place? As an option after the Peterborough game. This game kind of comes at a difficult time, especially after the loss against Bournemouth. But that being said, we might as well talk about Everton and talk about the team that we might see. I wouldn't be surprised to see Harrison Armstrong give some minutes. Coming on at half time against Bournemouth, I think he was probably one of our best players on the pitch, which says something that a 17-year-old lad's coming on and really putting in a shift and showing that he deserves minutes rather than some of the players on that pitch on Saturday. Because I thought some of the performances were an absolute disgrace. Obviously that doesn't take anything away from Dyche as well. I think he could have set us up a lot better, but I think a lot of players look like they've given up on Saturday afternoon against Bournemouth. And, not for the want of trying, Harrison Armstrong, he came on, he missed a couple of chances here and there. But, he looked like he injected a little bit of energy into the team, a bit of youth in it, something that we massively need. So I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get some minutes in the team. But, looking at the bigger picture, it's a chance to start another cup run. Last season we ended our cup run in probably one of the worst fashions, losing to Luton very late on in that game. Obviously, we played two games against Crystal Palace, one away from home, which again was another Thursday night. Which I'm not sure where the FA are getting these times for the Thursday nights. It's absolutely horrendous for fans trying to travel down to obviously for Peterborough fans travelling up to Goodison. I don't think there's any trains back to Peterborough after the game, so they're going to have to get hotels or drive back. So again, that's not really thinking about the fans. But last season as well, a Thursday night, in the middle of South London to watch Everton in the FA Cup and watch us draw 0-0. Obviously Dominic Calvert-Lewin getting sent off very late on in that game, and again, it just shows shows absolutely no thinking for any of the fans. But yeah, going into that Luton game last season, we wanted to get another cup run going, but losing very late on, it was just the most Everton thing to lose it in that way. But as I said, looking at the bigger picture, it's a chance to start another cup run this season. It's a relatively favourable draw, I'd say, and that's no disrespect to Peterborough. I think they're doing what they're doing in League One. They've shown in the last couple of seasons that they can put a run together and try and push for the playoffs. But that being said, they're not in great form, but in my opinion, it's a chance to start a good run. There's no excuses for us not being in the hat for the fourth round. In my opinion, we have to dispatch Peterborough in a professional manner and show that we are the Premier League team. But I promised at the start of the video, and I said I'll give Peterborough a little bit of limelight. Obviously, they're under the management of Darren Ferguson, and they're not in great form in League One. They're only getting 4 points from the last 9 games, and they currently sit 19th in League One, just 5 points above the relegation zone. So they're not in great form. Their star striker as well, Kwame Poku. He's injured for the game on Thursday night. He's one of League One's top players this season. He scored 15 goals in 17 games, so it'll be a big miss for them. But yeah, that being said, Peterborough aren't in great form without their star striker. As I said earlier, Everton should be dispatching them relatively easy, in my opinion. But yeah, I expect Malik Mothersill. He will deputise for Kwame Poku on Thursday. He was a one-time trialist at Everton, actually, from Chelsea, I believe. I think he had a few games as a trialist I think it was at the under-18s or the under-21s. So that would be prime Everton for him to get on the score sheet. And maybe potentially put us out of the FA Cup. But that being said, as I keep saying, we need to dispatch them professionally. We're a Premier League team. We need to show that. But looking at the head-to-head between Everton and Peterborough, there's not really much evidence to go off. Everton's last game against Peterborough actually came in 2006 in the second round of the League Cup. We won that one 2-1 late on. I think it was Tim Cahill who was on the score sheet there, but yeah, as far as the head-to-head is concerned for an FA Cup game, you can't really read too much into that one. But as I said before, yeah, it's going to be a tough game. The feeling around the fan base at the moment and the feeling around the club is that we're just on a horrendous run of form, especially after that Bournemouth game. Heads are down. There doesn't seem to be a player that's willing to grab a game by the scruff of the neck and take the game and really drag us through it. So you know it does look a little bit bleak going into this game, but we'll go into our team news. And Dyche in his press conference today did say that we would still be without Dwight McNeil. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has actually picked up an ankle injury following the Bournemouth defeat, and then also Yusuf Chermiti will be out for a number of weeks. He did mention Armando Broja. He said he would be touch and go for the game on Thursday night. I'm not so sure that he'll risk Armando Broja in this one. Obviously, with him, I think he kicked the turf, taking a shot against Bournemouth, and it went into his back, and that's one of the reasons why he's got a minor back issue. He did look very uncomfortable in the 10 minutes that he tried to play on after kicking the turf and sustaining that injury. But that being said, it probably will be Beto starting up front against Peterborough. So it's a chance for him to do something. Obviously, a lot of you will know my opinion on Beto. I think he's not been given a fair shot in an Everton shirt. He's been, in and out of the team. He's not really been given a run of games. So, it's a chance for him to show something. Obviously, in the League Cup at the start of the season, he got on the score sheet against Lincoln City. So, yeah, I do think that it's a good opportunity for Beto to try and show something. But yeah, I think we'll probably see a lot of changes. As I said before, I think Harrison Armstrong will come into the team as well. But that's really it for the preview. Many obviously will see this as a potential third round cup set. I honestly don't blame them. I think a lot of people looking from the outside in will probably see this as a great chance for Peterborough to get something at Goodison Park. Obviously, their fans, their team will be bang up for it. It's a League One team coming to a Premier League side in the FA Cup away from home. They have absolutely nothing to lose. All the pressure is on us, obviously on TV as well. So many will be looking at this, seeing a big opportunity for Peterborough. And can you blame them? I don't think you can, especially with the way Sean Dyche is setting up teams at the moment and setting up our attacking line. I can't imagine it seeing us create many chances. It'll maybe be two teams playing a low block and just trying to slog the game out. But I'll move on to my prediction. I do think we'll just about edge them out 1-0. I think Everton will win this game 1-0 and somehow managed to get into the fourth round draw. But yeah, that being said, that's my prediction. I think we'll win 1-0. But that is all for today's preview ahead of the FA Cup game on Thursday night against Peterborough. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know your predictions. Do you think we'll put any more goals past Peterborough, or do you think that we might slip on this banana skin of a fixture and maybe end up out of the FA Cup? But let me know your thoughts in the comments. That is all for today's preview. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.